Hello, hello. Just checking that we're live, but I'm sure that we are. And I always hate it when I go onto people's lives and then it takes like 10 minutes to even get started. I am Heather Jean. This is Confidence Through Cabaret. I am so happy to be here. I wanted to check in. For those of you who are regulars with me, you know that I live in the UK, but I'm from Canada and I'm visiting my dad in Canada. So I'm not going to take that long of your day or mine. Happy Friday, by the way. I know that in the UK and Europe, you guys are into your evening. I know that in Pacific Standard Time, where I'm sitting, then we are into our lunchtime. So happy Friday wherever you are. And actually, if you're in, if you're anywhere in Australia, New Zealand, those most of Asia, you guys are already into your Saturday and you're done, or you're in bed maybe. Who knows? Anyway, I wanted to pop on here because we've been talking a lot in the community about you know body confidence and how do you really feel in your body, and how do what did you do to get there if you're feeling great, and what did you do, or what's going on if you're not feeling great. I'm just going to put up the little banner there with confidencethroughcabaret.com, because there are masterclasses in confidencethroughcabaret.com that can help you with your personal life, work life, and stage life confidence. But back to talking about body confidence, I am going into this in a big way because with cabaret, we talk about it's for everybody. It's about taking up space. It's about, raising your voice and sharing your messages. But it's so much more than that. And that's where I want to start, really kind of digging into what are the beliefs behind our body confidence. Where does that come from? What's supporting us? What's not supporting us? And if they're beliefs that other people instilled for you, then you need to give those back. So, but for today, I wanted to talk about, some fairly simple ways going into the weekend. I know we talked earlier this week with Hope about, self care and what that really is, and it is not bubble baths and candles necessarily. It's so much more than that. So it's about creating that balance in our life, and shifting our mindset is not an easy thing. We have to go deeper into the beliefs that are causing that mindset. But when we don't feel good about the way that we look, we miss out on so much. Some of us miss out on life activities, or even things like engaging with friends or going to places where we don't feel so good, or we miss out on asserting ourselves. About sharing our opinion or our wants or needs or beliefs or feelings, whatever that is, that we all have a right to. And when we don't have confidence in our appearance, then we're very often being held back from reaching our full potential. So I wanted to just, pop on here and just kind of talk about things I've been thinking about this week around feeling good in our body. Now, again, these are things that you need to get further behind the beliefs. It's not a fake it till you make it. I'm not a fan of that, because I think I am a fan of that if it's done properly or if it's quoted properly, but so often it's misquoted. So but let's get into this and talk about some of the ways that we can practice body positivity. And the first one on my list is I have 10 for you. Do I have 10? No, I have 8 for you. But the first one comes with a caveat. So positive affirmations. That's great if you are going to be saying those affirmations with conviction. It's one thing looking in the mirror and going, I'm beautiful, I'm worthy, I'm deserving, and not really believing it. That can take you into that kind of a negative or a downward spiral, and into further deeper into victim mode. So if you're going to use affirmations, this is where you have to really fully engage and find truth in it and say, I am beautiful. Now, you might not believe that you're wholly beautiful. You might not believe that you're fully worthy, or that your body is exactly where it's meant to be. You might not truly believe that, but find something that you do believe. Like, I'm beautiful because I really like my hair, or I'm beautiful because I look really great in pink lipstick, or I'm beautiful because I'm uh if healthy, or it could be anything. Find your true statement of beauty, and then your positive affirmations will start to work. Okay, the second of 8 body positivity practices is to think about trying to feel or be healthy. Right? So most of us are raised in an environment or a culture where we're supposed to be skinny. We're not supposed to be skinny. We're supposed to be healthy. So, whatever that is for you, that is not a size or a number or a measurement. That is about you feeling like you have energy to follow your passions, to do what you want to be doing, and really, feeling like you just want to get up and maybe it's go for a walk, maybe it's sit in your sweatpants and watch Netflix, but thinking about being healthier. So sometimes I'll be thinking, oh, I don't feel healthy. I'm going to eat some junk food. Then now I'm confirmed that I'm not healthy. And so I go around in a downward spiral. So trying to be thinking about, okay, what's healthy choices for me? What does my body want? Does my body need fuel right now? Am I actually hungry? Am I actually dehydrated? Thinking about things that will help you to feel healthier, not skinnier, which means that you then get to eat the junk food. If it was water that you needed, you get to sit on the sofa, you get to go out and get some fresh air, whatever that is, but thinking about what's healthy for me. What does my body need? What does my mind need? Those are things that are about healthy, not what will make me skinnier or what will make me feel bad about not being skinnier. My third thing is about complimenting others freely. So sometimes when we don't feel good in our own skin, we hold back on complimenting other people, almost as if we're not supposed, like if they look great or they feel great or they're healthier, then it kind of makes, then I'm not. And it's not, there's no scarcity about, feeling healthy and about feeling body positivity. So when we start to create that cycle where we're putting it out there, then that makes our affirmations easier, and that makes our choices easier, and that makes us feel better about ourselves as well. Giving is such an important act, and giving compliments to others freely, authentic compliments, not fake ones. Don't go blowing any smoke, but but actually genuinely finding things that you appreciate or that you value or that you want to compliment somebody else on, so, then something that they've done or said, or I have a relationship with my co-pioneer of Confidence Through Cabaret where we compliment each other each day on just getting a good night's sleep. Like, well done for getting a good night's sleep and taking your time in the morning instead of rushing around, or like simple things you can compliment one another on. And that might sound really trivial, but actually it feels really good when I kind of go, yeah, I did get a good night's sleep. I did, and I didn't have anything to do with it a lot of the times, but I'm feeling more energetic, and you've just reminded me of that. My fourth thing is surround yourself with positivity. If you're around people who are toxic, then that's the energy that's going in, and when you breathe that in, that's what you breathe out as well. So surround yourself with positivity. Learn to walk away in situations where it's not positive. Set your boundaries and be really clear on that. The next thing I want to say, my fifth thing, is focus on the things that you like about yourself, right? Now, we can all find things, all the flaws that we don't like about ourselves. Focus on the things that you do like about yourself. It's going to make your affirmations and your healthy choices so much easier. Focus on the things that you like about yourself. If you can't think of anything, then get really real of what's going on there with your beliefs. And actually, I want to hear from you because I can help you with that. But if you sit down and go, actually, I like the fact that my body supports itself. My legs work really well. That I can stand in the shower, that I can, yeah, I mean, you can get really small and granular about this and start to build baby steps about things that you like about yourself. And actually, my hair's going well today, or yeah, actually, I like the shape of my eyebrows. I don't care. I'm making up stuff here. It doesn't even have to be. And here's the bit. It doesn't even have to be physical things. It could be, I'm a kind person. I'm a good listener. I have excellent intentions to help others. I do help others. Find things that you like about yourself. Anything. Now, I went straight to physical because we're talking about practicing body positivity, but you might need to start with things that are not so physical. You might need to build your way up to those things. My sixth thing is stop comparing yourself to other people. Like and I do a lot of work around imposter syndrome and around beliefs behind imposter syndrome, but comparing ourselves to other people is so detrimental. Stop comparing yourself. First of all, you don't know their story, so you don't know how they got there. Second of all, you don't truly know what's going on inside of them, because I always used to appear super confident and never tell anybody anything to the contrary. And then everybody go, wow, you're so strong and you're so confident. And how are you doing all of this? You're superhuman. It's because I wasn't telling you the whole story. And it's so important that if you look at other people and you start thinking, oh, I can't do that, or I'd like to be like that, stop comparing yourself. Be inspired by other people, yes. Aspire to things, yes. But accepting who we are and loving what you are and how you are and things about you, that's the name of the game. So my seventh point is, and that's related, cut out the negative self-talk. As soon as you start to hear your brain kicking in, as soon as you start to hear the negative self-talk of, yeah, but, stop, cut it off. Because you get to control those voices. And if you've been listening to the Confidence Through Cabaret podcast, you'll know, or even some of the lives, you'll know that I always ask the question about, like, what's your stage name and what would you be doing on a stage? And people right away go, oh no, I couldn't do that. And then it's like, okay, but what? Cutting out those things, what's behind it? Oh, well, then people get really creative and start saying, oh, I have this name and I would have this prop and I would do this act. And, if it, let it go, be creative, tap into the feelings and enjoy what's possible. Stop the negative self-talk. So as soon as you start going, yeah, but, or I couldn't, it's like, okay, but if you could, what would you do? I love, love, love that. So whenever I say to myself, I can't do that, I go, I know you can't, but if you could, what would you do? And then guess what my next question is? What's stopping you from doing that? So cut out the negative self-talk. Just shut it off. Use your other voice. Use your fierce stage voice. Go check out the podcast, because pretty much every single one of them have like a, what's your stage name? People go, I don't know. It's like, okay, but if you were to tap into that fierce, strong, powerful, self-accepting energy, what would you call that name? Oh, then everybody has a name. So put in the comments, actually, if you're watching, put in the comments, what would your stage name be? Because that's the voice that you talk to yourself with when you start to get into that negative self-talk. And my last of 8 my tips for ways to practice body positivity is to absorb compliments, to absorb positive messages. So what do you do when people give you a compliment? Well, a lot of us go, no, 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 no. Oh, this old thing. Oh, yeah, no, I haven't done a thing. Oh, yeah, or whatever. We go, yeah, well, it doesn't usually look this way. It doesn't usually work that. My hair doesn't usually go this well, or whatever. I'm only saying that because that's all I can see in the camera. But when people give you a compliment, here's what I want you to do, and you can try this all weekend. Stop. Thank them for the compliment, acknowledge it, in other words, and then pause and internalize that. Internalize that positivity. Don't believe me? Okay, so if 9 people gave you a compliment and then one person said to you, red's not really your color, that's not really working for you, which one would you remember? The 9 compliments or the one negative, the one constructive criticism even? You'd remember the criticism, right? So accepting positive messages, accepting compliments, thank them, acknowledge it, pause, internalize it, take a nice deep breath and enjoy that feeling of the compliment and internalize that. And that's where you get your affirmations from. And that's where we started with these tips. I love being here with you. I want to remind you that it is your body, it is your world, and it is your stage. Take up space and enjoy. You're going into a weekend. This is where you get to regroup and reset. So enjoy it. Thank you for joining me. Bye for now.